Thank you all so much for coming to our community conversation to discuss Providence Municipal IDs. My name is Teresa Agonia and I am Deputy Chief of Staff for Mayor Elorza here in Providence. And I have the privilege of introducing Mayor Elorza to kick us off.
Thank you, good evening, and I really appreciate everyone taking time out of your very busy schedules to join us here today. I want to begin by recognizing a lot of the great partners and leaders that we have joining us here today. I want to give a shout out to Representative Aaron Regenberg. Thank you for joining us, Representative. We also have Representative Grace Diaz, who is here. Thank you so much for everything you do in the city. We have Councilwoman Mary Kay Harris. Are we in your ward right now?
Yes, you are.
You're in Mary Kay Harris's home, so thank you for welcoming us here. We also have Councilman Luisa Ponte. Thank you for joining us. We have Captain Dean Isabella from the Providence Police Department. Appreciate it. Rodrigo Pimentel, who has been helping us, and so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Lucas Hawthorne. You'll be hearing from Lucas a little bit later. He's the Youth Ambassador and Group Facilitator at Youth Pride, so we appreciate you being here too. We have Jim Vincent, the President of the NAACP. Good to see you, Jim. And of course, I also want to recognize and thank all of the sponsors and all of the partner organizations and groups that are joining us for this too. So this is a very important conversation for us as a city and as a community. I want to say once again, before I really get going, that it's really meaningful that so many different groups and organizations have partnered to be a part of what we want to do with municipal IDs. Last November, when the election results were announced on that sad, sorry November day, the city announced the One Providence initiative. And what we did each week between the election and the inauguration is basically we looked at every single group that had been targeted and insulted by then candidate Trump. And each week we had a different announcement, with either a new policy or a new initiative or just some announcement that spoke to each of those marginalized communities or, frankly, insulted communities, that this is a welcoming place for you. And it's out of those conversations that came the idea of a municipal ID here in Providence. Of course, President Trump began his campaign and his administration in calling for a clampdown on undocumented immigrants here in our community. He's also, been very disparaging of our LGBTQ brothers and sisters. He's also been very disparaging of Muslim Americans. Wants to build walls, wants to keep people out, wants to deport folks. And what I've been so proud of in the 6 months since he became president is how our community has rallied around and has come together around those same communities that he sort of has pushed to the side. So that's what brings us here today. And we've done quite a bit of research, but we still want to hear directly from you, from folks in the community, on how we can roll this out in a way that has the greatest impact for our entire city. We've seen cities across the United States, not very, very many of them, but several, that have similar progressive visions, and they've established their own municipal ID programs so that their residents can feel safe, they can feel supported, and the residents can also use it to help logistically with a number of administrative challenges that folks have when they don't have access to an ID. As mayor, my goal and what I work on every single day is how do we bring people together, especially in the face of so many forces that are pulling us apart right now as a community. What can we do as an even stronger community to bring folks together? And I do think that this municipal ID program here in Providence will indeed help residents come together, feel as though they're part of our community, and anyone who otherwise might struggle getting a government-issued ID. Simply put, the municipal ID cards affirm your residency here in our city, regardless of immigration status, regardless of housing status, or criminal history. In addition, these programs, they typically offer a wide range of discounts. And we want to implement some of those best practices here in Providence as well. So discounts and benefits. So it's very possible that these ID cards can also be not just your proof of identity, but anytime you're dealing with the city, this is a valid form of ID. Perhaps with our libraries, perhaps with RIPTA, perhaps certainly with the police department, and with any other organizations that want to partner with us. Perhaps discounts at a local restaurant. Perhaps our youth who are part of our summer jobs program, they can use this to open a bank account. Or perhaps the bank account can be directly linked to the actual cards. It offers all of these different possibilities. And while I think some of the main beneficiaries would be the undocumented immigrant community, they're not the only ones. We're also looking at what kind of benefits this could provide for the homeless community. As we've approached the challenge of homelessness, we want to do it in a collaborative way, we want to do it in a creative way, but most importantly, we want to do it in a compassionate way. Another stakeholder group that these municipal IDs have been very popular with is the LGBTQ community. With most state-issued IDs, you can only choose male or female, but we know that these gender identities don't conform with folks' own conception of which gender or which identity fits them best. Or we can be flexible in allowing people to choose identities outside or M or F. So by launching a municipal ID program, Providence is joining a select group of cities. Cities such as New York, San Francisco, Detroit, Washington, D.C., Oakland, and Los Angeles. They have these programs, and we can learn from their examples. A municipal ID card tells every Providence resident that they belong here, and that Providence welcomes them, not in spite of the diversity and differences that they bring, but because of the diversity and the differences that they bring. If you're an immigrant, a young person, transgender, if you're experiencing homelessness, or if you simply want to display your Providence PVD pride, I'm here today to tell you that we all belong as part of one community, and we can have a municipal ID that reflects that. So I look forward to hearing everyone's thoughts. I want to make sure that this is a program that fits the needs of the community as best as possible, and how it can serve our greater interests of bringing us together to create this sense of one Providence, one community. So once again, thank you so much everyone for being here, and I really look forward to hearing what you all have to say. Have a good night, everyone.